Anyways, alright, so I just got off the phone with a representative from, what is that called? The Walmart.com stuff. So I had ordered some vitamins and everything. I mentioned this in a previous video, and they never arrived. And I was like, I hope the people, if anyone took it, that, you know, they didn't take all of them, because obviously it's not going to get them high. It's just going to make them possibly constipated and probably stomach cramps, because it's not magic mushrooms, they're vitamins. Anyways, I had to explain to them that I did not get the package and everything, and they were like, okay, well, you know, they gave me a little bit, the refund for the thing that I did not get, and then I ordered it again because I did not get it, and possibly like 3 other vitamins that I needed. I don't have buyer's remorse for it, but I was like, damn, vitamins are expensive. But yeah, anyways, let's check the store. Happy New Year's Eve, everybody. I'm not going to play until New Year's, the day, whatnot, but, and again, I tried to use my mouse to click the what the hell is this? It is a full duck. Mac Migration. Oh, is that new movie that's coming up? It's already out? I'm just getting like previews for it every once in a while on YouTube, so I don't know. I don't know when it was coming out. Do I do have the right date on there. Okay, I'm just... Okay, yeah, tomorrow would be day 14 of the... What the flip? Mob Fusion. Let's just look at this a little bit. I'm curious. I'm curious. Mad scientist is fusing mobs together again. Why not help him out? Cram monsters and beasts to form strange creations, each with unique abilities. Ride and the Ender Dragon horse, Dragorse, through the air. The Pigast shoots raw pork. I guess it's a ghast and a pig. Okay. I need to see more. Is that a frolager? Wait, a frog and a villager? It's hopping mad. Haha, I see what they did there. 137 mob combinations, 7 quirky quests, Shrinker? I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry. Weapon, multiplayer friendly. You can have up to 10 people in your party. Player indicates the number of players that created. Okay, so I don't know. I'll do some research on it first. I mean, I was a bit disappointed about the one that like I just got. Well, damn. Here we go. Oh, I have myself some tea. It's like vanilla something. I have no idea what's in it. I know it smells good, and I was meant to read it, but I was on the phone with the representative. I mean, I don't think I sounded disgruntled. But he said it like twice, that like, you know, he's like, I need for you to, be calm. And I didn't sound, I just sounded like this, honestly. I guess I sound, what is that? But anyways, I don't know, maybe someone was walking by at the time. I don't know. But anyways, he said that I'm gonna need for you to hold for a minute, and I was like, yes sir. And then there was a pause, and then he was like, okay, I'm gonna need for you to hold for a minute. And I was like, is this an automated system? What's going on? Maybe he wanted to hear yes sir again. I don't know. So I was quiet, and then he might not have been listening, or don't know. Maybe he thought I said something else. I'm not sure. But I just got quiet, and I got put on hold, and then he looked up the information, because I had a little bit of trouble trying to find the order number, because my phone was locked, because I was on hold for like a minute or two, and my phone goes dark after, sorry, anyway, I'm fidgeting. It goes dark after like maybe 30-60 seconds, maybe, I don't know. And so I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to unlock my phone. And maybe he thought I was like an elderly woman. I don't know. But I didn't raise my voice or anything. All I said was like, when I started the conversation, I was like, I ordered something the other day, and I was like, it said it arrived on the 28th, but it didn't, and I went to report it, and then it said to wait for a few days, and I was like, I'm on the 3rd day, and it still hasn't arrived. And I was like, I'm getting a little worried, just a little. And he asked for the order number, and I was like, okay. I was like, this might take a minute because I need to unlock my phone. And he was like, okay, I'll wait, and I'm unlocking the phone. It's taking forever because my password's this long. And and my ex had said that one day, like, I was gonna piss people off because my password's so long. Well, I'm definitely not going to get it stolen. If it does get stolen, it's definitely not going to randomizely be cracked. And if whoever actually gets into my phone, shame on you. But there's nothing on my phone. I do have Bit Heroes. Leave my Bit Heroes alone. And maybe some phone numbers that I need. Like, a lot of phone numbers I need. Not a lot, but mostly like important ones. Like, I wouldn't be able to pay my phone bill, I wouldn't be able to pay my internet bill, I wouldn't be able to pay my electric bill, because I do that all with my phone, and I have these numbers saved to my phone, and that would be awful. I'm just thinking about having to look all these numbers up again. I'm just like, no, a waste of time. I mean, I could look at it like it's a scavenger hunt, but, I can only go so far with that. It'd still be slightly annoying. Because I'd keep reminding myself it's not a scavenger hunt. There's no prize. There's no prize. But anyways, please don't knock into my damn phone. There's nothing on it, I swear. Nothing of use to people. I mean, dude, you get me, like, my Not my video calls, because I don't do any video calls. What was that called? Me trying to talk to people. Some text messages. I don't really do any, let's say, romanticized text messages. Because I have no one. I'm gonna like get another phone call, not a phone call, but another what is that called? Another phone, so I can pretend like I have someone. It's gonna be super sad. Like people in the future looking at these logs. Well, she had someone. And it's like, look how well they talk to each other, and then just scrolling through the conversations. It's like there seems to be a 2-minute wait in between. It's probably because I'm logging out of one and logging into the other. Oh. Yeah, I'm sorry. This sounds really sad. I've decided not to do that. I mean, I have a little bit of self-respect, just a little. I don't need to have a conversation with myself. Although I would mostly be talking about animal facts, maybe. I don't know. Seems like a safe subject. Because talking about my past with myself, yeesh. I'd just be trading like horrible stories back and forth. Oh my goodness, that would be such a depressing state of affairs. Oh my goodness. Yeah, animal facts would be the appropriate thing to talk about with myself. Like, hey, did you know that the elephant carries their young for 22 months? Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. That some dogs and cats carry their young for only like 6 to 9 months. No, 6 to 9 weeks. I'm like, that's a quick damn gestation period. It's like where we go like months. They're like weeks. Oh my goodness, and like rats and mice. There's just mere couple weeks and they're ready to go again. I mean, there's no downtime for it. It's just boom. And then they have like litters of like flipping 8 to 12 little ratlings. I don't know what they call them. They don't call them pups. Sorry. Anyways, I had to start thinking of like some animal facts that would be good to start with, you know, just chatting with myself. But yeah, I think starting off with the elephant one would have been the best thing to do. It was like awkwardly, hey, did you know? let's talk about breeding cycles, you know, gestation cycles with these creatures. There's nothing else to talk about, right? I mean, I could talk about like hunting patterns and like how often things need to eat. But then it would get into like a gory aspect, and I don't know if I want to talk to myself about gory stuff right off the bat. I mean, this is supposed to be a light conversation. I mean, we could go into like some slight depths of like darker stuff, maybe. Further. I'm plotting on having conversation. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, I'm putting myself in a little bit of a giggle tizzy. I have not drank anything other than Mountain Dew. Yeah, I did. I have a lot of sugar and caffeine going through me right now. I mean, like, I'm trying to think, like, who would honestly go about trying to talk to oneself, you know, by themselves? You could just have a conversation. Like, I mean, if I were to meet myself, like an alternate version of myself, I wouldn't know what to talk about. Be like, hey, is your side cool? I mean, what's going on with your area? You know, they treat you okay? But like, other than that, I wouldn't know what to talk about. I mean, honestly, if you were to be able to meet yourself, like my past self, oh, I'm gonna say I would say I am possibly not allowed to tell you most of what's gonna happen, but there could be some good stuff. Just, you know, keep positive. Just keep positive. It pisses people off and it makes us giggle because we're positive. And that's pretty much what I do. And I would possibly need to give myself a hug. Like, you're gonna need this later. Just. And I'd probably go, oh crap. It's like, okay, I will remember this hug. And I'd hold it in my memory and possibly just like, yeah, this hug was due. Because, like, if you end up warning yourself about certain things, I mean, you could possibly, okay, don't tell anyone. So you could possibly arrange a certain amount of events to happen that could correlate with a change in your life, but you wouldn't be able to personally affect your life. Because, like, you know, the whole time travel is naughty thing, and, you know, that kind of thing. But, yeah. How many diamonds did I find? 6. Nice. I kind of feel like I should dig a little more around this area. I might give some ice cream advice though. It's like, dude, you know this type of ice cream? Stock it. Just stock it. Get at least 3 quarts. You know? Get a whole gallon's worth. It's gonna be worth it. Alright, that's another. Oh, this one was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The other one was 16 away. This one's 10 away. Alright, okay. I'm intrigued. Sounds like something in the water. I hope I'm not gonna bring water down on me. Okay, we look good. Okay. So, the ice cream I'm referring to, I'd possibly tell them to get, like, maybe 2 more containers of that, like, pumpkin fudge that the lady up the street had made. Oh my goodness, she makes fantastic fudge. She gives you these little itty bitty, like, containers, and she let me try the pumpkin. Oh, it was so amazing. And I was like, you're gonna, she was like, oh, we have this flavor, and that flavor, and this flavor. And I'm like, it was like, I was already gonna get 4. I was like, you're gonna make me get 8. I got flipping 8. I got 1 of each flavor. Dude, their maple, flip, nummy. And the pumpkin was amazing. The apple, I wasn't feeling it. It was mostly cinnamon, not enough apple. The chocolate peanut butter, flipping amazing. The, it was something walnut. Maple walnut? Yeah, maple walnut. Flippin' amazing. Then there was, what is it called? The regular fudge was pretty good. I mean, as fudge goes, it was pretty good. And I got like just a solid peanut butter. And now that I'm out, well, I'm practically out of the chocolate peanut butter, I'm kind of eating the peanut butter and the regular fudge together because I like the combo. It's a really nice combo. Oh, and they make some cookies and cream kind. It's alright. I much rather have my ice cream, cookies and cream ice cream. Oh, flip, that mint chocolate mint that they had was flippin' phenomenal. I ate all of it. I ate all the flippin' pumpkin. I wanted more pumpkin after it was gone. I was like, this is the flippin' amazingness. I needed more. But they don't have any more. It was just seasonal. It was upsetting. So I would have probably told myself to get, holy flip. Oh, I didn't even notice that. I probably would have told myself to get more of the stuff. The pumpkin. Because that was so amazing. So very amazing. Alright, I think we're good now. Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to play another game while I'm playing this game. Fun stuff. I would probably just like, I'd point out all the good, the flavors, just so I wouldn't waste money on this, but I'd spend exactly the same amount, only on things that I wanted, maybe? It's like, flip that. I'm not going after any type of lottery thing. That's too much of a bullseye. I'd just be like, dude, get the pumpkin. Get 3 of the pumpkin. 2 of the mint. Just get 2 of them. Don't worry about just the chocolate. Get the chocolate peanut butter. Get 2 of those. It's gonna be fantastic. And the walnut maple. Get that. It was amazing. Oh damn! I'm supposed to put that down. Do I have enough to make a full set? I'll hold off. Just a little bit. I mean, I should see what I can make with it. Alrighty, so I'm gonna do a hat. I need a hat for right now. It's gonna become obsolete after a while, but I don't have a turtle hat, so I can't do that. Do one of those, do one of these. And do I not have enough to make boots? I do not. Alright, and I'm gonna make one of these. Okay, and I'm gonna put all that back in here. When I get to a safer area, I will put this on. I just have this sneaking feeling that I'm going to accidentally, that's what I said, accidentally find some lava that's a little higher than what it should be, and then it's gonna just decimate me. I'm not wanting that to happen. I'll just hold on to that. But I will put this in there. Alright. I mean, what would you say to your past self? Would you sit there and go, oh, don't be in that relationship or whatnot? You gotta think about all the good times you had, though. Would you have been a different person if you didn't have some of those times? It's like I'm already tired. I'm like sugar crashing. I am gonna crash so damn hard and possibly be woken up at like midnight. Because today's New Year's and people are gonna sit there and scream, shout, and holler. Sprout. That's what sprout is. Scream, shout, and holler. Because it's New Year's, and that's kind of what people do. In Illinois and South Carolina, well, in South Carolina mostly, they set off fireworks and shot guns into the air. And this was okay. This was allowed in South Carolina. So it was kind of crazy. You'd have so many people buying like ammunition before New Year's. I had to give Sporting Goods some help selling it, and they were kind of bombarded by people around this time. Did you hear that? that was flipping away, wasn't it? It's like, I can't tell where it is. It's like I know they're not gonna fall down just by hitting these. They might fall down right there. Ah, okay. I was like freaking out. And I'm getting my stuff. I don't know whether or not it probably is the right way, seeing as how the wall is that way, and that's which way it's coming from. Could be above me, honestly. I am not digging up. Kind of scared now. Oh, excuse me. I was like, wait a minute, am I on the right one? It's like I probably should have checked before I popped it. Okay, so I don't want to dig into that wall anymore. I'm kind of scared. Kind of really scared. Oh yeah, because that's where the there he is. Sorry. Kind of freaky. Heebie-jeebies. Heebie-jeebies. And the extra cold chills aren't helping. So dude, if you had a chance of reliving your life all over again, like all over again, would you do it? Okay, so here are your two options. Okay, this or that. If you had the choice of reliving your whole entire life over again, or being a fly, and then going up the reincarnation cycle through, fly and whatnot, and then other things as you progress up the food chain, would you relive your old life again, or like exactly the same? Everything you knew was gonna happen is gonna happen. You're gonna get deja vu like all the flipping time. Would you do it? Me personally, whenever I feel a deja vu moment, I stop and I'm like, no, we're gonna let whatever it is pass, because I'm not gonna deal with whatever it is, because it's probably horrible. I got a weird deja vu moment when I was playing a video game, and I stopped, and I stopped having that deja vu moment, and then I started the video game again, and I got that deja vu moment again, and I was like, I have never ever played this game before. Why the hell am I getting a deja vu moment? So I stopped and I asked my ex, he was my husband at the time, and I was like, tell me a little more about this game. And he's like, why? And I was like, no, just talk to me about this game. What's going on with this game? I was like, there's something up with this game. And he was like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, I'm getting major deja vu from this game. And he's like, what are you talking about? And I was like, I mean, this was a really old game, and I never once played it. I mean, this was like, years, like, it was on an emulator. It had been out for, like, years upon years before I played it. And it was one of those, pixelated kind of things. And I had this sneaking feeling that something was going to happen in this video game. And I tested the theory out, and I was like, dude, that is exactly what I thought was going to happen. Now, I didn't know what the text was going to say, but I knew something was going to happen along the lines of what happened in the story. And I stopped playing it. I was like, no, I'm good. And he's like, well, you can't stop now. And I was like, I'm flipping 5 minutes into this game. And I was like, not only am I getting mad deja vu from it, but I'm able to, like, track the story a little bit. And, like, I failed with my first thing because if you do certain actions with it, then you get put in the jail. But I didn't know that I was supposed to talk to the lady first. So I saw her drop something and I picked it up. I picked it up for her. I wasn't going to, like, just pocket it and go like, oh, well, here you go. She was like, oh, I lost my necklace. Have you seen it? And I'm like, I got the option to, like, yeah, here it is. And that's what I did. But the king put me in jail. And I was like, what? And he's like, why the hell did you pick up the necklace first? And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, why the hell did you pick up the necklace first? He's like, now you made it harder on yourself. And I was like, what? And he's like, I told you not to pick up the necklace. And I was like, what do you mean? You didn't tell me not to pick up the necklace. I was like, you told me that she was going to drop a necklace and she was going to ask for it. You did not tell me that she was going, you had to talk to her first before you picked up the necklace. And he was like, and then he stopped, and he really didn't. He did not tell me that. And then he was like, well, he's like, it's not gonna ruin your story. He's like, just go about, you know, you're gonna have to break out of the jail and blah blah blah, and you're gonna meet this person now. And I was like, okay. So I ended up getting to like the first boss, and having mad deja vu. Like, I had done it like at least 15 to 20 times prior. Like, I knew the damn schematics for this thing like the back of my hand, you know. It was like it was like I had watched a walkthrough on it or something. And I'm kind of on autopilot with it, and I'm like, wait a minute. And I stopped, I paused the game, and I'm like, what the flip? I was like, I've never played this game before. I was like, I don't even know the moves for this game. And I'm going through these menus like I've gone through them like most of my life. I was like, wow. I was like, what the hell is going on? And I was like, no. I was like, deja vu isn't always a good thing. Like, when you have a warm feeling with deja vu, like you have anticipation and you know something like good is gonna happen, I go through those deja vus, but I felt like this sneaking suspicion like something bad was gonna happen if I continued. And I was like, I don't wanna. I was like, I'm done. And he's like, but you only been playing for this long. And I was like, no, I have a bad feeling. And I was like, tell me more about this game. And he's like, well, you know, you gotta do this and do that. And I was like, I don't think I want to play this game anymore. And he's like, oh, the graphics aren't that bad. And I was like, no. I was like, I'm getting mad deja vu from it, and it doesn't feel good. And I was like, I'm done. He's like, don't be paranoid about it. And I'm just like, no, it has nothing to do with paranoia. I know it sounds crazy that I'm just sitting here talking about a video game and I had bad feelings about it, but you can get the same kind of feelings by watching a movie. You know, like, not that you've seen it before, but like something bad is on the other side kind of thing. Like, something's gonna scar you for life or something. And it's like, I make sure that like no little ones are around when like I watch horror flicks, and I make sure the volume is like just on headphones. Like, I don't want to freak them out or anything. So yeah, I'm kind of okay. So I grew up in a household where they allowed like horror flicks, and I mean, not just horror flicks. If you've ever, no, I can't really say the movie because other people are gonna look it up, and it's not a good movie to look up. Sorry, nervous habit. Anyways, so it's not that it scarred me. It's just, I was like 7, 8 at the time, and I really shouldn't have been watching that movie at all. And I had watched it again older, and I was like, yep, this is exactly how I remembered watching it. It had, it was kind of like a camp counselor kind of movie, and there was violence and horror, a lot of horror, some suggestive language, and it was rated R. it really wasn't the best thing to be watching. It was my brother's turn to watch something, and that is what he decided to put in the VCR. Because our Uncle Eddie, I mean, he didn't really have any relation to me, but, or my eldest brother, my eldest two brothers, he actually didn't have any relation to any of us, because he was, anyways, so he was George's, George was adopted, and the family he was adopted by was Uncle Eddie and Aunt Rosemary. Those two I have no relation to, and most of my half family doesn't either. So, yeah. I have a bad story about Aunt Rosemary. Where was I? Anyway, it's not something you would sit there and like document across the waves. I mean, it's not something people want to have in their head either. So it has nothing to do with anything like that. If people got really dark, it's just I was little and was taking a bath, and it was in the same water as what I thought were my two older cousins had previously taken a bath in, and I was in, I mean, the water was kind of lukewarm at the time, and I was staying with Aunt Rosemary because of a certain situation that happened, and she was taking care of me while the situation was getting resolved. I was really young, and I was allergic to Dove soap, and that is what they used in that household. And when she went to because she was giving me a bath, I was young, and when she came at me with the Dove soap, and I was like, oh, I can't use that, and she laughed about it, and like I noticed the water was white and murky, and I was like, I'm allergic to that, and she's like, no, you're not, and I was like, yeah, I am, and I'm sitting there scratching and stuff, and I didn't realize that I was, you know, in Dove soap already, because like, you know, we normally all had our own shower time, our own bath time. But you know, hey, whatever. They did things differently there. My cousins at the time were like 15 and 15, 16, and 10, and I was a lot younger. I guess I needed supervision while taking a bath. And it just, I tried to get out of the bathtub, and she tried to keep me in the bathtub because I was getting itchy already, and I was like, holy flip, I need to get out of here. And I ended up going under the water and taking a nice big chug of their dirty bath water. It was not a good experience. Really not a good experience. And I vomited. I mean, once I started vomiting up the dirty bath water, she let go of me, and I ran out of the bathtub and the bathroom, naked as Jaybird, and washed myself off in a creek that was kind of near her house. So I was out there among the neighbors. It's like, oof. But anyways, I came back in, and she yelled at me for being muddier and dirtier than what I was to begin with, and she's like, I can't handle this, and I was like, I can take my own bath, and she's like, we don't have any more water to take a bath, and I was like, fine. I was like, just give me a towel. And yeah, I got a towel, but she was really, really gripey about it, and I couldn't stay there anymore. So I was like, okay, I'm sorry that me being allergic to something and swallowing it and vomiting because I swallowed something I was allergic to was such a problem to, you know. Anyways, so there you go. You pretty much got the story. Oh, hey, look at that. Rewarded by a diamond. Well, with a diamond. We'll just see how close we are to the other markers. I had to go get my teeth looked at again, and my cousins were being like crazy about the dentist. They said they were gonna pull all my teeth out, and when I got to the dentist, I mean the new dentist, he was like, it's okay, you don't need to be frightened, and I was like, I don't want all my teeth to be taken out, and he's like, well, who told you that? And I was like, Dustin did, and Rosemary's like, all her cousins, they were teasing her, and I was, so that's not just teasing, that's like flipping, dude, I didn't want to be there. So he explained everything he was going to do, that they had to make a little mouth mold of my teeth, and that I was going to get them cleaned, and everything was going to be okay, and we had to see what kind of damage was done. And so it was interesting, and so I ended up being a trooper, and I did everything the dentist had said, and he said that I was a good little girl, because I was a girl at the time, and that he gave me $10 for a milkshake. He did. And because I did such a good job, and when he handed the money to me, and my Aunt Rosemary took it from me, because I was looking at this like, holy F, this is a fortune. I was like, $10? And I was like, because I didn't know what the hell it was at first, and he's like, now that's for a milkshake, and I was like, what, really? And he's like, yeah, he's like, you were such a good patient, and you did fantastic. And I was just like, wow, I got like $10. I'm holding it with two hands, and then it gets pulled out of my hand by, like, my Aunt Rosemary. And I had looked, and she's like, I'll hold on to that for you. And he said something about make sure she actually gets a milkshake, and he gave her like an angry look, and she's like, she'll get a milkshake, and I was just like, flipping, get a milkshake. But, yeah. So I did get a milkshake. It was small, but I was small at the time. And I found out later that, like, I could have got maybe, like, 5 to 6 milkshakes. I didn't get any food with it, but my cousins got food. I wasn't even asked if I wanted food. There was just, here's your milkshake, and then, you know, we went back, and then that I needed to save space for dinner, but they didn't make any dinner because they ate out, and that when the uncle came home, he was like, where's dinner? And she's like, oh, we ate out at McDonald's. And I was like, I got a milkshake. And he was like, that's great. And sorry, I'm supposed to be counting this, 3. And I was like, yeah, I was like, the doctor gave me $10, 10 whole dollars to get a milkshake because I was a good girl. And he was like, that's fantastic. And he's like, well, how much do you have left over? And my aunt's like, she bought her cousin some food. And he was like, did she get food? And I was like, I got a milkshake. And he's like, did you get any food? And I was like, no. He's like, are you hungry? And I was like, yeah, I'm hungry. And he was like, all right, well, I'm ordering pizza. And Aunt Rosemary was like, no, you're not. And she's like, the kids have already eaten. And he's like, I'm hungry, she's hungry, there's 2 people who are hungry in this house, we're getting a pizza. He's like, what do you like on your pizza? And I was like, I never had pizza. I was like, I don't know. He's like, okay, well, he's like, do you like meat? And I was like, yeah. And we got a meat lover. I ate a piece, like a full piece of pizza, and I'm just sitting there plucking all the meat off and then eating the pizza afterwards. And I don't know, I picked at my food first when I was younger. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I had a really nice uncle. I mean, he didn't say much, but he was nice. And he seemed to have worked hard. Like, you know, really hard. Because when he came in, he was really dirty. I didn't really like my Aunt Rosemary. She wasn't very nice. Not to me, at least. She was nice to my sister and my youngest brother, but she wasn't nice to my 2 elder brothers, and she wasn't nice to me. I don't know why. I mean, I didn't really do anything. It's like, other than trying to survive a Dove bath. I'm allergic to Dove. Like, dude. Oh, damn. Let me put this in the chest. Now I shouldn't run. Flip. I'm gonna go hungry. Wait, I have some nasty stuff. This isn't gonna give me anything. Alrighty. It did more than I thought it was. I wonder if the stores are open tomorrow. I know it's like New Year's. I was gonna get a steak for my birthday. I know, like, really splurging. That's better than getting like a flipping cake or whatnot and having to sit there and eat it for like days on end just to not waste any. I get myself a flippin' steak. I'm gonna cook my steak. I'm gonna eat my steak. I'm gonna feel satisfied because it's a flippin' steak. Ah, flip. I want chili cheese fries. I really should look to see if there's any place open tomorrow. I know it's not like Christmas, like most stores are closed on Christmas, but it's still a holiday. They might have like limitations as to when they open or not, you know. Oh, excuse me. I wrote this story out. Okay, so when I was taking online classes, they had us take this like literature thing, and we had to write a story about our childhood that had changed our life and our perspective about something, you know, for the rest of our lives. So that was the first and only thing that popped up into my head, because it was the first time I'd ever, I mean, looking back on it, yeah, my flippin' aunt was a jerk. But, I was pushed on her and intruding in her domain, I guess. And that is why she was so crabby about it, and certain people in my family don't know why I was pushed on to her for that time, but I was but anyways, there were some things that needed to be looked into, and my grandparents couldn't take me at the moment because they were on vacation, so I was pushed on Aunt Rosemary for maybe like almost a month. Almost. Yeah, and the first time so she had complained that I wasn't using any soap. After that, and I was like, if you buy, like, there was this type of soap called Ivory soap. I was like, if you buy Ivory soap, then I'll use it. And she's like, I'm not buying your sister some soap. You need to bathe. And it was funny because her son had to sit there and explain that there was a soap called Ivory, and it's right next to the Dove in the market. And she's like, what? And he was like, yeah. He's like, I'll show you next time we go to the store. And she's like, I'm not buying her soap. She's not going to be here long. And I was just like, okay, you know, flip. And I was like, I'm not going to be using soap, you know? It's like, damn. So I went like a month, almost a month. It was probably 2.5 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, at her house. And it was the third day I was there that it was bathing time, when my cousins got to bathe every night. I mean, like, she wasn't really taking care of me. She really wasn't. And it was because I sat there and said, I was like, I'm really sticky. I was like, can I have a bath? I asked for a bath. I was like at home, I was like, we take baths every day. And cause, like, you know, bathing was important. But, you know, hey, whatever. I feel like I'm madly downing my, well, she's not really even my relative, just an awful person. Just damn. She called me, she had this nickname for everyone, and, my half-brother Jesse was called Zed. Ivory was called, Fred. Lonnie Paul was called Ned. I mean, she called everyone, like, you know, something with Ed in it, and then she called me Dead. I was like, okay. First time I heard that, like, I was like, am I gonna die? And, like, some of the people around the table were, like, laughing. And, I mean, this was before I even knew anything about mortality and whatnot. And it was an odd sensation to sit there and be told, like, yeah, you know, yeah, you're gonna die. But, like, why would you give someone the nickname Dead? I mean, I was really young, like 4 or 5. Anyways, throwing her under the bus. Take her. I don't want her. So, in other words, I will not, I cannot, and I won't. If I had to live another life anywhere around her, no. Flip that. It's like, make me a fly, and I'll go into the bug zapper. Just, you know, just like, oh crap, there she is. I gotta get out of here. It's like, oh look, a pretty light. Let's just, you know, hey. Oh, my body's taking me there. Sorry. I'm sorry. That's probably really mean to, like, you know, the body. Anyways. So. I need to find more stone. Oh, I have some kind of upstairs, huh? How much wood do I have? A lot. Kind of a lot. See if I can grab some coal too. I know I have some up in this chest. So, I'm sorry, these conspiracy theories keep popping up, this primordial egg where you're reliving, well, you're living the same life and blah blah blah, and you're the same person and everywhere, and so if you're being mean to yourself, and like if you're being mean to someone else, you're flipping, what is that called? You're being mean to yourself. And, you know, eventually you're gonna live every life and know every flipping thing about every person and whatnot. And I was like, if that was true, then why the hell would I be so mean to myself? I mean, like, did I deserve to, I mean, just like flip that. I mean, that if you like wrap that around your head, I was like, I'm not even that mean to myself in my mind. I mean, of course I'm like, okay, yeah, I I probably shouldn't have eaten this. I should probably do this to counter that, or I should probably drink more water and then drink some more water. And it's like, but I'm not sitting there like, oh, I hate you in the mirror or something, and then like, what was that called? I'm not sitting there saying that like I'm trying to down myself or whatever. And I'm like, is this my first life? And am I just gonna get grouchier as time goes on? I mean, like, was that my last life that I was? Because it doesn't make sense to me. And if you knew me as well as I know me, I know how to get around certain things, but then there's the whole of what is that called? Trying to think of a turn of phrase that I can use and not divulge a little too much. I mean, just divulge it. Okay. So. So, if that were true, then, like, I mean, the whole egg theory. Okay, so there's this, let me tell you the whole theory first. So, there is this, perpetual egg. You're in this egg, okay, and you're living all these countless lives. And it very well could be digital. So, you're living all of these lives, and you're interacting with yourself, living other lives. And once you've lived every single life in this, like, existence of your life, then you will eventually become a god or something. You'll hatch out of that egg a god. And I was thinking, like, if this is actually my life and I am living next to myself all over the place, then why am I having to pick up so much? I normally sit there and I do things for myself in advance, and I put out my clothes for the next day. And I was like, I'd fallen asleep, I forgot about it, and then I was like, I gotta go get my clothes, and I go to roll over, and I touch the clothes that I had put right next to the bed, and then I remember doing that, and I was like, I'm so sweet to myself. But I did have that moment where I was like, flip, yeah, I'm so glad I decided to do that, because I really didn't feel like digging through my dresser. You know, hey. And I was very nice to myself, and I like leaving myself little presents here and there. Like, okay, so I have this thing with tucking away money. If I have a 20 here or a 10 here, I will stick it in an old jacket that I rarely use, and then when it gets to be winter time or something, you know, I squirrel some money away. And when it gets to be winter time and I put my hand in the pocket of the jacket, I find a flippin' 20. And I'm like, oh, what? Because it would be so long before I'd have to wear that jacket, and I'd completely forget about it. And then I'd sit there and go, oh, I was so flippin' nice to myself. And I was like, and I need this. And I was like, flip, yeah. So I do that kind of stuff all the time. And sometimes I'll write myself little emotional notes. Hold on, I have one here. You can do it. So when I'm clearing my desk or whatever, because it's gonna get like a little messy over here, I'll sit there and go, aw, I was like, I flippin' forgot I wrote that. And I was like, yay, motivation. But I'm like, okay, so who are all these other people who are going around being mean? was like, I don't understand. I was like, did people like kind of jump into my egg or something? It's like, I was like, I normally don't do mean, malicious things to myself. Why? Why would I? I mean, did I get bored? I mean, do I do that when I get bored? When I get bored, I go fish. I'll find a video game where I can fish. I did have a fishing game at one point. It was on my other PlayStation. It was free, so I got it in the PS Store. I wonder if... No, it's not on PS4. And I had this flipping game, The Cave. It was like a puzzle. It was a dark puzzle game. Oh, and Puppeteer. I was getting into that game too. It's only on PS4 and PS3, and I don't have a PS3. What? Because you know how like you have to transfer everything over once you get a PS4, and I didn't want to be left behind. So I got a PS4 so I could play with my friends, and then I couldn't play any of my fun games that I had on my PS flippin' 3 on my PS4. Because the first system of PlayStation that I ever had was on the PS4. Not PS4, but PS3. I never had the PS2 or the PS at all. I had played on Nintendo 64 and also Nintendo GameCube. And I was pretty much Nintendo gal. I had, well, we started off with like Nintendo and Atari because Uncle Eddie, again, he was the nice one. He wasn't related, but he was flippin' nice. He would videotape us movies and bring us McDonald's toys because he liked eating at McDonald's, and he ate the Happy Meals. That was his thing. He didn't eat a lot, but yet he was kind of overweight, but not in a bad way. But he ended up dying of a heart disease, I think. Which is sad. He was such a nice person. But he took me on my first adventure. And the first time I ever bowled. It's pretty damn nice. He honestly kind of yelled at George about not taking us, the kids, bowling ever, you know? And I was like, what's bowling, Uncle Eddie? And he's like, because he was like trying to explain to Ivory what, okay, so it was a thunderstorm, and he was explaining how it was just the Angels bowling up there, and none of us knew what bowling was. And I was like, what's bowling, Uncle Eddie? And he was like, what? He's like, you've never, and then he looks at George and he's like, you've never taken them bowling? And he was like, no, he was like, I can't believe you, George. And he was just sitting there just ragging on him about it. And he's like, no, he's like, we're going bowling, like right now. And like my mom was alive at the time, and I remember her saying like she had stuff to do, she couldn't go bowling, and she's like, but yeah, take all the kids, have a grand time, yeah. And he was like, it's my treat. And then George is like, okay. So we rented shoes. We didn't have shoe sizes in our size, like all of, you know, us kids. And Trevor was my youngest brother. Younger half brother, sorry. He was still very much a baby at that time, so he didn't get the bowl. I don't know if he even remembers that. But we tried some of the shoes. The smallest ones that they had were like this much bigger than our feet, and like our feet were like probably like this big, and then like that big for some of the other around us. But Jesse and Lonnie Paul ended up being able to wear the shoes, and so we were allowed to bowl in our socks, and that was fun. Everybody kept taking the bowling balls that I wanted away, and I ended up getting this bowling ball that had like this little crack in it near the little thumb and like finger, because it has 3 holes. Okay, this is just weird. Okay, so there's a hole for your depending on how you like to bowl, because I've seen people like bowl like this. Sometimes I do, but for the most part you bowl like that, and you put your thumb in the thumb hole, and then this is gonna sound so flippin' weird to like people who've never bowled before. Alright, maybe I should put a picture up. This I believe they were right here. Maybe right there. And then just pop that. And there were 4. Okay. So I'm gonna pop up what a bowling ball looks like so I don't sound like a crazy person, and so you have visual reference. So I'm gonna pop this up and then go back with that. What the hell? Okay, so okay, so there's nothing bad on this image. We're gonna pop it up. Give me a second. So these are bowling balls. Okay, so not many of them are that far apart, like with the 2 finger holes and the thumb. Some of them, hold on a second, let me get back to the screen. Okay, some of them are closer together, some of them are further apart because some people have some really massively long fingers. I mean, like, dang. And I couldn't pick it up with just my fingers, so I had to roll it down. I had to like carry the ball, like, and then walk it to the end of the, okay, so this, I don't know whether you can see that. That one, you see where it's glowing? Okay, so the object, yeah, the object of the game is to knock down the pins, those little white, red things that look cylinder with a little kind of nub, kind of, I don't know how to explain. Okay, damn. Alright, I'm just trying to get this one photo, frack. Okay, so that photo right there where it says bowling ball game classic sport, where that guy's feet are, you cannot pass that line. You're supposed to throw the ball and it goes down the aisle, I guess that's what they call them, and if it hits all 10 of those, it's called a strike. And it's a good thing. It's not like a bad strike. It's a good strike. And you get 2 times to throw the ball down the aisle in order to win. So if you get 2 strikes in a row, that means you got 20 points because there's 10 pins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then there's like 3 behind these 3. 8, 9, 10. So there should be, I think there's 10. I'm pretty sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there's totally 10. So there's 10 pins, and if you get, if you hit all of them but one, it's called a spare, obviously, and, you know, whatever. But it's fun. It's a fun game. It's loud, and it's not good for everyone because, like, not everybody likes loud. But the sound of the ball going down the aisle is thrilling because, like, it can curve, it can go into another, well, okay, so the track has two lines that are dipped in, like 2 grooves. I'm sorry, I do weird little hand movements, but anyways, there's two dips of grooves, and they extend the whole aisle. And if you accidentally get the ball in these grooves, it's called a gutter ball. It will not hit any pins, and you will be losing that that one shot of, you know, trying to get the ball, you know, and knock down all the pins. It's an interesting game. It's easier to explain in person, and I was walked through on how professionals you know, throw the ball down the aisle, but not till I was much older, like 13. Yeah, but anyways, it was interesting. I have another story about that, but you don't really want to hear that. So, oh, I might be able to get a hat now. So I got 4, right? No, shoes. Did I need shoes? Yeah, that's what I needed. Shoes. Okay. So I'm not gonna get greedy. I'm gonna take what I got and run. Alright. Oh, excuse me. I feel powerful now. You can tell by the way I use my strat, I'm all in diamond, no time to talk. Sorry, anyways, now I got that song stuck in people's heads. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. So, well, I mean, it kind of fits, you know, because I'm staying alive. Oh, hey, I'm wearing a shirt like, kind of matching. I guess this is now my diamond digging shirt. Maybe. I just thought it was pretty, so. So, I didn't have any solid types of shirts, and I needed some for, I'm trying to think of how to explain this. It wasn't quite for work, but it kind of was, because I needed black shirts for work, for another place. So I was trying to give them the benefit of the doubt as to whether or not I was going to work there. So I bought like 5 shirts, and I didn't want to just buy 5, what is that called? 5 black shirts. So I bought 3 black shirts, and then a purple one, a red one, and then this one. So the lady at the register, she was like, holy, I bought some bras too. She's like, hold on, I think there's something wrong. And I was like, what? I was like, what's wrong? I was thinking that there's probably a stain on one of the shirts that I didn't see. And she's like, it's saying that it's like 50 something. And I was like, yeah, that's about right. And she's like, but, and I was like, okay, well, and I explained what the prices were. And then she's like, okay, alright. She's like, well, I didn't want you to, like, and I was like, no, it's okay. I was like, thank you. I was like, you know, really, thank you. Oh, damn. I'm gonna go back down and go to sleep. Give me a second. And, like, I mean, it's like, that was really nice, you know, looking out and whatnot. And, like, I wasn't, like, struggling at the time, but I was living off my savings, but I needed the shirts, because, like, the shirts that I did have, they definitely weren't black. Like, not all of them, at least. And, so, yeah, that was, but, yeah, I appreciated it. I mean, it's not every day you go to a Dollar General and spend like $50-something on bras and shirts. It's like, I kind of needed them. I definitely needed the bras because, like, I flippin' ripped the hell out of one of my straps, and I was like, I just can't. I need more than just 3 bras, and that brought me down to 2 bras, and I was like, flip frack. Well, I had 4 bras, and it brought me down to 3 bras, and now I have a few bras. The zebra one I do not like because it's really tight in the back and it pinches, and I don't like it. So I only wear that one around the house. I don't like lifting with it. So yeah, we went from bowling to raw stuff. Like a commercial, I'm sorry. So, I really do need to move stuff. Hold on, flip. I can put down those 2, and then, what happened? Oh, that's just the sound they make, okay. I need to get my 2 maps. Or 1 map now? I forgot that I just need 1 map, so I can throw down maybe these seeds. Donation. And then pull my map out, and I don't have my map, but that's cool, I got this. What else can I throw down? Oh, Cold Tail. Oh, it's like 1 minute till, so I'm gonna try to get back to where I need to get. Let's get a feel for where the hell I am. Okay, so I am here. Why are they angry? Not blocking anything. Oh yeah, that's right, because they like to, stand on the damn thing. I can possibly move that over. Let me move that for him. It's like 4 items. I'm bringing these back. so I'm not gonna really need that right now. I think I actually might, but I'm gonna throw that down, throw that down. Now he's not gonna flip out about it. Well, let me just put it on this side. Okay, so now he can play with his calligraphy kind of thing and not be interrupted by standing on it like this. Because you know they have to see through their feet and whatnot. Alright, so grab that, grab this, grab that, and this. What else do I need to take? Oh, he's in. Okay. I will take that out. I am not menacingly standing behind you. I believe it's this way. I'll know as soon as I get to the coastline. I'm starting to become really familiar with this area. More so with the underground, but... Do I have room? I do not. I was like, I'll just grab one of these. Alright, so... I need to head this way, I believe. I should have made a flippin' picture of my home base. So I knew where my damn location was. Oh damn, oh damn. Okay, we're good. So, oh, there was this adorable little child that came in with their papa, and they were just looking around the store, and she waves like she recognizes me, and she's like, hi, and I was like, hi. She's so adorable. Flipping, the first time I saw her, she had these like shiny silver pants on, and just running up and down the aisles. It was adorable. But yeah, this is like the third time she's come in, and she just, you know, she says hi and stuff. What the hell is my mouse doing? Flip. Anyways. It's like my mouse was trying to go through my stuff. Here's this. Oh, there it is. Yep. I'm almost there. Almost there. It's only... But anyways. And she, the little girl had seen this other little girl, and then they sat there and they kind of like hugged for a minute. It was adorable. It was like they were long lost friends. It's like little kids are so adorable. Especially when they see another little kid their size. Okay. Oh, damn. Do I have more coal? Okay, this can go right there. Copper can go in here. That tree can go in there too. It is definitely not the time to organize. It is most certainly not the time to organize. Alrighty. Okay. I am not staying on till 9:30. I know that would be fun, but I gots to go. Don't you know, I gots to go. Do not cry and woe. I'll be back. I hope you know. I gots to go. Anyways, I'm going. Anyways, have a good one. I'm gonna sign out now. Anyways, bye bye.